All right, we are back again. Hopefully. Let's see. This is the conference championship game, I believe. Fairly certain. Let me see. Restream. Okay, it looks like Restream has got me. Hey, the game loaded faster today, so that's good. What we are doing today is we are answering questions. So if you've got questions for me, I've got answers, hopefully. Let me just move some stuff around like this so that I can see what's going on. All right, so over there. Awesome. What questions, if anything, definitely throw them out. I will get all of your questions answered in the order that I see them, all while I create content for one of my YouTube channels. How cool is that? This is essentially, I'm killing two birds with one stone, as they say. I am, have I played New Mexico before? I am creating content and serving. So, let's see. Okay, great. We are live. Let's see. Now, I will give you guys a heads up that my defense for Hawaii is not very good. We will give up a lot of plays. We will probably give up a lot of points, as you can see there, because my defense is not good. He took a bad angle, and he just ran over him for a touchdown. So if you're just watching, that's not indicative of my ability. But if you've got questions about starting an online business, side hustle, all of that stuff, I am here to answer those questions for you. I'm going to be streaming for a little while. It's 10 o'clock here in Central, and so I'll probably go until about noon, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how things go. But yeah, if you got questions about starting an online business, side hustles, content creation, throw them out there. One thing that I do like to tell people in the very beginning is one thing that makes me a little bit different than a lot of the people that you see out in the make money online space is that I didn't start telling people how to make money online until I actually made money online with other stuff. So for example, my first niche was in security cameras. So like Ring video doorbells. I generated, to date, I have 250,000 views on a YouTube video about video doorbells. So very different than just talking to people about side hustles and telling the people how to make money online. So that was my first YouTube channel, my first blog. My second blog was on, what's my second blog? My second blog was on small home appliances. So, I didn't mean to call that play. So my second blog was on stand mixers, sound bars, and microwaves. One of the blog posts that I wrote was, can you put aluminum foil in a microwave? Which is a question, surprisingly, that gets asked thousands of times per month. Because most people don't know, or they don't know when they learned when you can put aluminum foil in a microwave. Because you can't. If you don't know, you cannot put aluminum foil in a microwave. I learned that the hard way when I was young, before the internet. One story that I seem to always tell is growing up, I was like nine, maybe 10 years old. And my favorite breakfast food were the Pop-Tarts from Aldi. And if you don't know, Aldi Pop-Tarts basically came in aluminum foil. I don't know what that means. I'll be 40 on Friday, so all of that new terminology, Lando, makes no sense to me. Anyway, what was I saying? My favorite food growing up was strawberry Pop-Tarts, and so I went and grabbed some out of the box. I opened up the aluminum foil just a little bit, and I put it in the microwave. And about 8 seconds later, that's a terrible kick. About 8 seconds later, I start hearing like popping and lightning. You can see like lightning. And my mom came running in and she's yelling like, hey, you can't put aluminum foil in a microwave. But, you know, when you're 9 years old, you don't know that. And, ooh, screen pass, which is funny. Anyway, but nowadays, and how that relates to what we're talking about now. Nowadays, hey, what's up, Tiny Evil? How's it going? Nowadays, people can go on the internet and find answers to their questions. And there can be regular, everyday people like you and me creating content to answer those questions. And if you do it consistently enough, if you do it well enough, the internet will pay you for it, which is really cool. And that's basically what I teach people. One of the things that's really important to me is I tell people to don't tell people how to make money online if you've never made money online. Okay? Because essentially you're telling people how to do stuff that you really don't know how to do yourself. And so I'm not a big fan of people creating videos about side hustles and other stuff when essentially they don't know. For me, I feel like it's like a bait and switch type of thing. Here's the best side hustle for the broke and lazy. Well, but then the video always concludes with, hey, if you want to know how my number one blah, 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 check out this. And it usually leads to some course. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with courses and selling courses. I've got courses to sell, but you can do it ethically and morally responsible. You don't have to bait and switch people in order to sell courses. Tiny, do you have a question that I can answer? If not, I'll just, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. If you don't have a question, I'll just continue to rant and rave about stuff that's on my mind. The other thing that I like to do is I like to I like to test things and then report back my results. So for example, on my YouTube channel, I have a video that has, I don't know, over 1 million views on YouTube, and it's not a YouTube short, where I simply will test claims that people are making. And nice. And the cool thing about that is when you're testing something, one or two things are going to happen. Either it's going to work or you have a great story to tell. And if you've got a great story to tell, people are going to follow you. So what I recommend, if you're looking for a way to get started and you see a video that's making this claim, test the claim. There's a guy on TikTok that does test side hustles. He's built a pretty good following doing that. But, you know, test the side hustle and report back. Report what works, what doesn't work, and you can build a pretty sizable following simply, you know, just showing and revealing. Let's do double mug. But if you guys have questions about starting an online business, a side hustle, any of those, definitely throw them out there because I'd be happy to answer them. I started affiliate marketing, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. I can't remember, 8-9 years ago. And I started affiliate marketing because I saw a YouTube, see, like, this drives me nuts. I saw a YouTube video where a big YouTuber, he has, I think, over 500,000 subscribers or followers now. And he says, hey, you can earn affiliate commissions by promoting something called Bluehost. Bluehost is a web hosting software that many websites use in order for a website to be seen. So any website you go to, it has to be hosted somewhere. Basically, it's hosted on a server. A server is basically a hard drive. This is oversimplification of what it is, but I'm trying to give you some background. Now, basically, I said basically like 8 times there. So in the video, he said, you know, go grab your affiliate link to Bluehost, and then once you grab it, you're going to go over to a question and answer site called Quora. And with that question and answer site, you're simply going to answer questions and then put your affiliate link in the answers. And that's exactly what I did. I followed the directions step by step, and I answered probably 4 or 5 questions before, you know, I went back to work doing what I was supposed to be doing. And, you know, probably I don't know, 2 or 3 hours later, I got 2 emails back to back from Quora saying that my answers were removed because my answers violated their terms of service. You can't put affiliate links inside of Quora's answers because they don't want people just spamming their affiliate links. You know, it makes sense, right? And so I was kind of like frustrated and annoyed because I'd wasted my time watching this YouTube video and it turned out that it didn't work. However, by the time I got home, and this was, 5 hours later, by the time I got home, I received 2 emails from Bluehost saying that I had earned affiliate commissions. So the cool thing was, in the time that it took me, so like 8 hours, I was able to earn 2 affiliate commissions. Each affiliate commission was worth $65. So in my first 12 hours of affiliate marketing, I was able to earn a commission, which is pretty cool. But in the process, I almost got banned. So it's very important that you read the terms of service, terms and conditions before you just, why? Read the terms of service and the terms of conditions before you just blindly act, because you could essentially be in violation of something. And that actually brings me to an interesting point. A lot of what you're seeing on social media, people are actually violating the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. The FTC is responsible for affiliate marketing. And when people are making these crazy claims, it could be a violation of the FTC, especially if they're not having the appropriate disclosures. That can be a problem. So what I would recommend that you do is, before you just jump in and you start making these wild claims and accusations, I would look at what the FTC is, what their rules are. And I'd also look at the affiliate rules as well. 2 very important things, right? Once again, my guy, wide open over the middle. Now you might be wondering, why don't I run Zone? Because Zone isn't any better. These guys are terrible at Zone. They're terrible at man. They're terrible at blitzing. They're just really, really average players. And it's kind of weird saying that because these are real people now. These aren't just made up people like it used to be. Anyway, a lot of the wild claims that you're hearing on social media can be a violation of the terms of service. So be very careful about what you're seeing, hearing, and reading, especially if you're creating the type of lazy, broken, lazy type stuff, because you could get in some trouble. Make the tackle. I think we got him. Awesome. 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Maybe not. Anyway, so my first niche, security cameras. I have a blog and a YouTube channel. My second niche, security cameras, small home appliances. My third niche was in sound bars. And right around that time, I realized that I absolutely hated writing blog posts. Oh, he should have went. He could have went. I absolutely hated writing blog posts because it was time consuming. I used to get sleepy and start to fall asleep. It was not fun for me. And so one thing that you can do is find something that you enjoy to do, and this was before TikTok. So you can create short format videos. You can do Pinterest if you want. All of this stuff works as long as you do it the right way. Okay. If you're going to do Pinterest, don't just put your affiliate links in Pinterest. You want to send people to a blog post or a YouTube video, some other type of content, even a landing page. All of this stuff works. You just have to make sure that you're doing it the right way. If you've got questions, definitely throw them out there. If not, I'm going to talk about stuff that I want to talk about. What was I saying? I have a Pinterest account. I'm not really big on Instagram. I never really got into it. But Instagram can work as well. All of these platforms that you see can and will work. You just need to take the time to learn the platform and do what it takes to make them work. One thing that a lot of people do is they blame the algorithm. I'm out of the country and I have some time on my hands. I'm looking to, let's see. I am looking to make a little bit of money, even if it is a little similar to what am I looking to do something? Do you have suggestions? What I would recommend that you do is identify a topic that you want to talk about and actually create content about it. Oh my goodness. Create content about it. Solve someone else's problem. Solve a problem for someone else. If you truly are interested in making money, even if it's $10 a week, you need to identify a problem that people are going through and solve it. Anybody that's making any money online, whether it's $1 or thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, has identified a problem and solved it. If you look, for example, who's the guy that owns Amazon? The guy that owns Amazon solved one very specific problem, and he solved it better than everyone else, and he solved it consistently and persistently. People on YouTube that have millions of followers and get millions of views, they've identified one problem, and they essentially solve that same problem over and over and over again. So what I encourage you to do is do not look for quick cash. Do not look for quick results. Identify a problem that you can solve. And when I say that, the problem can be anything. The problem can be teaching people how to maintain their car. The problem can be teaching people how to do makeup. The problem can be literally anything. The problem could be entertainment, as long as you are providing that entertainment consistently. Let's see. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but really that's it. You've got to identify a problem. I wonder what my dog's doing. You've got to identify the problem, identify ways to solve that problem, and then create content for the viewer. One problem a lot of people run into is they make content for themselves. And if you want to be successful, if you want to be successful, you've got to make content for the viewer. You've got to create content for other people. A big mistake a lot of people make, in fact, is they try and create content that they would watch. Touchdown, right? Tiny, let me know if that makes sense. Create content with the viewer in mind and not with what you want to tell people. And you'll be in a very good position. You'll be in a much better position, I should say. List any questions you guys have. I'd be happy to get those answered for you. And it's going to take consistency and persistence. You're not going to be able to create one piece of content and make $1 million. It's just not logical, right? You're going to have to learn, because all of this is a skill that can be learned. Just like I learned to play this game without looking at the buttons, you can learn how to create content. You can learn how to video edit. And once you learn that, you can, you can monetize it, make money from it. Does that make sense, Tiny? Like I said, it was kind of a long-winded answer to your question, but it's kind of what I do. I give long, detailed answers so that hopefully it helps. What other questions do you have for me? I'd be happy to get them answered. Okay, thanks. Tiny, where do you live? Where are you from? The other thing too that I think holds a lot of people back is themselves. You are preventing yourself from being successful because you feel, some people, not you potentially, some people think like, hey, you gotta live in a certain country, or you've gotta look a certain way, or whatever it might be. Those are self-limiting beliefs that are preventing you from the success that you want. Oh my goodness, 4 broken tackles. Thanks for the likes that are coming in. I appreciate it. You have to get out of your own way. I talk to my clients about that all the time. You're in Baltimore, Maryland, and you've got a phone. You've essentially got everything that you need to get started. Yeah, so most people, and I'm not saying you, Tiny, I'm just saying in general, most people need to learn how to get out of their own way. How to get out of their own way. Follow those. Yo, what's up, SSGSK? How's it going? And thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Most people have to learn how to get out of their own way. Ooh, 40 seconds left. And basically, what I mean by that is stop thinking about all of the stuff that could go wrong, or stop thinking about what you don't have. Oh, I don't have a great camera. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the beginning. I don't have whatever. None of that matters in the beginning. What matters is that you get started, and then you can upgrade and improve over time. That's what matters. What you look like, what you sound like, none of that matters. If you can help someone solve a problem, you can make money. You can get paid by the internet. That's what's important. Everything else is just a smokescreen. Is, you know, something that people tell themselves. People tell themselves as a way to not do something. Let us go to my favorite play. Does that make sense, Tiny? Did he get out of bounds? I have to go time out there. Tiny, let me know if that makes sense. You got to get out of your own way. And when you get out of your own way, you'll realize that there's a ton of opportunity on the internet. 14 seconds. Oof. Yeah, it's one of those things where mindset, I think, is you know, the issue. Because at least for me, 40, I'll be 40 on Friday. We were taught that the only way that we could make money is a boss handing us a check, a boss telling us that we have to do this and that and this in order to be paid every Friday. Now that there's the internet and, you know, there's no boss, there's really no reason why you can't get paid by the internet. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's a very simple process. It's not easy. By no means is it easy. It's going to take consistency and persistence. It's going to take you showing up every single day. It's going to take you being willing to learn a skill and be flexible and be frustrated. You know, the people that make it look easy from a content creation standpoint, they make it look easy because they put in the time, energy, and effort to learn the skill that to make it look easy. 260. How did they have 252 passing yards? That's insane. I'm gonna have to run the ball. Hello, Dynamite. How's it going? What questions do you have for me? So just to let you guys know, I am streaming on TikTok. I'm streaming on 2 Facebook profiles, I think 2 YouTube channels, and I might be on LinkedIn and Twitter as well. So if I'm like reading something, but it, you know, it doesn't really make sense, it's because I'm looking at a different platform. I started a YouTube channel and I have some videos up. I got up to 500 views, but I don't know what direction to take. So one thing that what I would recommend that you do is replicate that video again and again and again. If you have 500 views or 500 subscribers, one thing that I will recommend, and this kind of works for social media as well, is if something worked, do it again. Do it again and again and again. Keep doing that same thing over and over again because it proved to work on your platform. But did you get 500 views, or did you get do you have 500 subscribers? Because what you should do is make that same video over. Make it over again, improve it. Use as much as the same hashtags and titles and thumbnails as possible. I bought an affiliate marketing course and I don't know what type of product to sell yet. Well, what's your niche? Is probably a good place to start. Do you have any product idea I can sell? I've got a ton of ideas, but we need to figure out what your niche is. What's your niche? Who's your target audience? All stuff that we need to figure out before I can give you some good information. 500 views, or all my video, but the biggest was 95. Okay, so what was that video that got 95 views? What was that about? Weak. What was that video about? Because what you can do, it's shown and proven to work. Make that same one again, or a better version of it. See where you can improve. 3rd and 9. See where you can improve on that video and remake it, but make it better. Get in there, get that 9. Didn't get it. World War II. Is that something that you want to make content about? Because if so, make a better version of it. You got stopped. Make an improved version of it. This is what I would say. Let's see, 2nd and 10. But Dynamite, what's your niche? One thing I will say is I'm not a huge proponent of buying a course just to buy a course. I think you should only buy a course if you know the problem you have and you know that that course is going to solve that problem. A lot of people will buy a course because they fell for the marketing behind the course. And then they bought the course because of the marketing. They feel like the course didn't work or the course is a scam, but it didn't work for them. Come up, make the tackle. Great. Ooh, fumble. The course didn't work for them because they fell for the marketing of the course, and that course didn't actually solve their problem. One thing to consider when you're looking at buying a course, make sure it solves the problem. Make sure it solves a very specific problem, because one of the issues people run into is they buy a broad course that claims to solve all of the problems, and that usually never happens. In fact, a really good course will introduce new problems. Get 3rd and inches. We'll go Power O. Does that make sense? Oftentimes people will buy a course because they fell for the marketing of it. And then the course doesn't actually solve their problems. Then they get upset and they say the course is a scam. When in reality, they bought an overgeneralized course that offered, that promised a bunch of hype and didn't actually solve the problem that you had. So we've got Dime. Have we played New Mexico before? I don't know if we played New Mexico. Get them. There you go. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Our defense doesn't normally play this well. We are usually giving up a lot of points, maybe because they've had 3 turnovers, 2 of which returned for a touchdown, but normally we give up a ton of points just like that. No reason why he should be that wide open. When you're playing zone, no one should be able to get behind you. But they do. Oh, that's a good play. What other questions you guys have for me? What questions do you have for me today? All right, 3rd and 3. Okay, let's see if we can put some pressure on him to get this stop here. Nice. Any other questions? You guys are awfully quiet today. What's going on? What was I talking about? I was talking about something. So I was talking about different niches. I was talking about we could talk about how you can find a niche. That's always a very helpful bit of information. You can find a niche a few different ways. I would say the simplest way to find a niche is to look at the problems you've been able to solve over the last 5 years. Look at who you were 5 years ago and the challenges that you were experiencing, and that can be your niche. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to try and find the perfect niche, because there is no perfect niche. I should tell you guys that. There's no such thing as a perfect niche. There's going to be competition and saturation in every single niche, but that's not a problem. What I'd recommend is find something that you like to, the kids say, yap about. Something that you can talk about over the next months, weeks, and years. Don't chase the money. Do not chase the money. Just because someone tells you to get into a niche doesn't mean it's right for you. You guys do not believe in getting off the blocks. Okay, so don't chase the money. It would probably be the best pro tip I could provide. Find an interest that you like and that you can talk about. And then show up to it every day. Ugh. Our guys do not believe in tackling. Show up every day. Show up every day like this is your job. Because if you want it to be your job, you need to approach it like it's your job. And be willing to learn skills. To adapt. Look at that. Wide open over the middle. Be willing to learn and implement skills. Watch a YouTube video about, I don't know, photo editing, and then edit the photo. So that you apply what you're learning. One of the problems a lot of people run into is they never apply what they're learning. They just keep learning and learning and learning and learning. And if you're not applying what you're learning, then you're ultimately going to fail. All right, 2nd and 13. What was that clicking sound? I heard a clicking sound. Anyway, what questions do you guys have? I should be ranked ahead of Tulane. Tulane's 8 and 3. Why are they ranked? I need to play probably a tougher schedule. Let's see. I don't know the niche to choose yet, as I'm actually new to making money online. I already started a YouTube channel though, and I got 0 subscribers. Where did you start your YouTube channel in? What's your YouTube channel about? And my question would be, how many videos have you uploaded? Yes, you missed it. How long ago did you start your YouTube channel? How many videos have you uploaded, and when's the last time you uploaded a video? What I would recommend that you do is, again, find something that you just genuinely enjoy to talk about. Don't chase the money. Make sure that you are interested in that thing, or else, it's going to feel like a job. It's going to feel like work. I wonder, where is McBride? Nice. And show up consistently. Show up every single day. Show up when you don't want to. Show up when you're tired. Show up when you're sick. Because what you do today has the opportunity to pay you back for weeks, months, and even years later. Show up when you don't feel like it. You know, you show up to a job that you hate for a boss that you dislike every single day. When you're sick, when you're tired. So show up for yourself the same way. That would be my suggestion. But Dynamite, tell me what you said you created. You created some videos. You don't have any subscribers. What's your content about? And are you creating the content, or is it AI? Very important. A lot of people will say, I started a YouTube channel and I used Pictory to make my videos. You might as well not even waste your time if that's what you're going to do. Do it yourself. Learn what it takes to be successful. Learn what it takes to create content. And once you know what it takes, then you can look at outsourcing it. Learn what it takes to get views. Just because someone said, hey, you can create YouTube videos with Pictory doesn't mean you should. Because they probably didn't. Right? So let me know, Dynamite. I'd be interested to hear your response. 2nd and 2. I'm going to start killing this clock a little bit here. Let me know as soon as you hear this. I always forget there's a delay. Always a little bit of a delay on YouTube. So like I'm just kind of like talking and talking and talking. And I don't hear anything back. I think that people drop off, but there's always just a little bit of a delay. One very important thing I recommend: start doing the content yourself, and then you know what it takes to be successful in that niche. Then you can look at hiring other people or using AI. But what will probably happen is once you've done it yourself and you know what's required, you're probably not going to want to use AI, because AI still isn't great at creating content. Hi, Ursay, how are you today? Like I said, I'm streaming on a whole bunch of different platforms, so if you if I say something and it doesn't make any sense, it's because I'm talking to probably a different talking to someone on a different platform. Now, one of the frustrating things with this game is if you're running zone coverage in the red zone, it's like these guys, like, I don't know. It's like these guys completely lose all concept. You don't need to back up when you're already on the goal line. I don't know where you're backing up to. All right, so I'm going to kill the clock here. And the goal will be to not give the ball back to the other team. I saw your video. It's very informative, but because of your thumbnail, your video doesn't go. What's always amazing and ironically about this is we'll have people that do this. This is what I call the spray and pray method. Hey, thanks for the follow. This is what I call the spray and pray method. They just spray messages all over the internet all day in hopes that anybody will hire them. But in reality, their chances of getting hired are very low because they've got no proof. They've got no proof that they can do what they claim they can do. This person will say, hey, I'm a thumbnail designer, but when you look at their YouTube channel, they don't have any thumbnails. They don't have any like proof that they can do what they're claiming they can do. And in today's day and age, without proof, there's no credibility. So what I would do, instead of chasing after people, I would, you are the only person to talk the football things I thought. I don't know what that means. So what I would do is, instead of spraying and praying and hoping to God that somebody bites, and you have a very low conversion rate, I'm sure, create YouTube videos talking about your process. Create YouTube videos where you improve people's thumbnails. Create YouTube videos with results. How you took a thumbnail that got a 3% click-through rate and improved it. The other issue too is when I ask people, hey, so what's your click-through rate? They have no idea. They don't know what their click-through rate is. And so that tells me that you're not serious about this. You watch a YouTube video where someone told you that you could make money. They probably gave you some astronomically high number. You could make a bunch of money being a thumbnail designer, and they, kind of just gave you some random tips. And so that's what you're doing. You're spraying and praying, and your conversion rate is probably, let me ask you, when you sprayed and prayed like this, or say, have you gotten anybody to take you up on your offer? Now, I'm sure he'll say yes, many people, but if that were the case, he would have proof on his YouTube channel or whatever. Anyway, I digress. If you are going to try and get people to buy your services, you need to have some sort of proof. You need to have proof on social media. You need to have proof somewhere, because without proof, people aren't going to trust you. I don't know you from a hill of beans, right? And so why would I trust to say that you're any good at your job without some sort of proof? Because I haven't found someone in this. I'm Chinese, but I like to watch football games. Okay, well, keep watching, because left tackle committed. That's great. Cool. So Irsay, let me know. Let me know. That's real, but I am not like that. So tell me where I send my portfolio. Someone that, again, you want to attract people to you. If I've got to do all the work, like I've got to make all of this effort, hey, player of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to increase your value. Because if I wanted a thumbnail designer, I could go find a person over on Fiverr that will do 2 for $5. Right? And so you've got to find a way to increase your value. How are you going to make my life easier? Or how are you going to make anybody's life easier, I guess, is the question. Business things. Yes, I talk business things. That's what I would recommend that you do, is figure out a way, because your goal ultimately is to make my life easier. I don't need a QB. I don't need a QB. Actually, I'm thinking about creating awareness about sickle cell, because I have a lot of idea of how I can help people living with sickle cell. That's interesting. That could work. Let's see if we can get this left guard here. Right, so but here, say what I would do is find a way to increase your value. And the best way to increase your value is to create content. Give me some tips on how I can increase my value. I would create content to attract people to me. Because if you're going out to people, I got supply chain. If you need resources from China, you can PM, but quality for me more important. When people come to you, you can charge what you want. When you're going to people, your value is considered lower. So I would certainly recommend and suggest that you create content. Create lots and lots of content. Showing view talent tree, fire coach. Pipeline. Why don't I have any more credits to upgrade my players? Back. Again, show your process, show some insight, show, how, and I mentioned this like a couple minutes ago. Show how you're able to improve a thumbnail and show results that you have. If you have improved someone's thumbnail before, if you've improved their click-through rate, like before working with me, they had a click-through rate of 3%. After working with me, they had a click-through rate of 11%. That's valuable information. Just hopping on someone's live stream and telling them that